Here's the brutal truth nobody tells you. Women don't get addicted to the men who love them the most. They get addicted to the men who feel emotionally unavailable. Sounds unfair? Maybe. But think back. How many times have you met a gorgeous woman who lit up when you spoke, laughed at your jokes, and made you believe she was different? For once, you thought, this one's not like the others. So you went all in. Good morning texts, surprise flowers, expensive dinners, the whole perfect gentleman routine. And for a little while, it worked. She smiled, she leaned in, she played along. But then the shift happened. Her replies slowed, her excitement faded. The spark you thought was unbreakable, gone. And you're left staring at your phone, tortured by the same question every man asks. What did I do wrong? Here's the sting. The very things you believed would lock her in are the exact things that suffocate her attraction. It's not about money. It's not about looks. It's not even about being too nice. It's about psychology, deep, hidden psychology that almost no man ever learns. The same psychology that explains why women stay hooked on men who act like they don't care, and why they walk away from the ones who give them everything. And in this video, why women get addicted to emotionally unavailable men, I'm going to rip the cover off that truth. You'll see why the good guy strategy backfires, and how to flip the script so she feels lucky to earn your attention. Ignore this, and you'll keep replaying the same heartbreak. Stick with me until the end, and you'll learn how to turn the tables so attraction finally works in your favor. She doesn't get addicted to your love. She gets addicted to the tension that makes her chase it. Here's the first reality you have to face. Women are not wired the way men wish they were. Attraction isn't a logical checklist. It's not about who buys the nicest gifts, who writes the longest texts, or who tries the hardest. Attraction runs on ancient survival software, programming written long before dating apps, credit cards, and cozy apartments. And if you don't understand that code, you'll keep playing the game blind. For most of human history, a woman's survival, and the survival of her children, depended on her ability to choose the strongest possible partner. Not strong as in polite or romantic. Strong as in a man who could fight off danger, secure resources, and pass on reliable genes. Back then, picking the wrong man wasn't disappointing. It was dangerous. That pressure carved instincts so deep that they're still running in her subconscious today. Even in a world of Uber Eats and Netflix. This is why, when she senses your value is lower than hers, attraction doesn't fade slowly. It shuts off like a light switch. She may not even know why. She just feels it. When you act needy, when you orbit her like she's your world, when you beg for her attention, her subconscious doesn't translate it as sweet. It registers as weak. And weakness to her ancient brain equals risk. Here's the trap most men fall into. They confuse status symbols with real value. They think a new car, a big paycheck, or a perfect physique will guarantee attraction. Sure, those things help, but they aren't the engine. What matters most is how she perceives your frame. A man with modest means but unshakable confidence will outshine the successful guy who behaves like she's his last chance. One radiates strength, the other leaks scarcity. And her instincts know the difference immediately. So if you've ever treated a woman like gold and watched her slip away anyway, it's not because she hates kindness. It's because her DNA is tuned to survival cues. She doesn't consciously think, he's too nice, but her instincts whisper, if he needs me this much, he can't protect me. He can't lead me. He can't be the man I follow. And once that thought takes root, attraction dies fast. If you don't take this ancient wiring seriously, you will keep losing women who once adored you. But if you learn how to project strength instead of need, the entire game shifts in your favor. She doesn't leave because you're kind. She leaves because you feel weak. Now that you understand attraction is survival code, let's talk about the brutal truth most men never see. Dating is a marketplace. And in that marketplace, every man and woman carries something called a sexual market value. It's not a fixed number. It's not your bank balance or your bench press record. It's her perception of your value compared to hers. Here's the sting. A woman is only drawn to men she believes operate above her level. If she senses you're equal, or worse, beneath her, her attraction plummets. That's why so many men try to overcompensate with expensive gifts, constant attention, and endless reassurance. They think it proves value. In reality, it screams the opposite. It tells her, "You're the prize. I'm just lucky you noticed me." And nothing kills desire faster than that frame. Let me paint the picture with two men I've seen play this game. The first is a lawyer. On paper, he has it all. Sleek car, tailored suits, a six-figure salary. But every time he dated, he drowned women in effort. Fancy dinners, over-the-top compliments, instant replies to every message. Within weeks, attraction always faded. Why? Because his behavior revealed a deeper truth. He needed her more than she needed him. Now look at the second man, a bartender. No six-figure income, no luxury apartment, no designer wardrobe. But he carried himself differently. He teased playfully. He invited women for coffee instead of extravagant dinners. And when they didn't reply, he didn't chase. He simply went on with his life. The result? Women obsessed over him. They competed for his time. They fought for his attention. What's the lesson? The lawyer had external value but projected scarcity. The bartender had fewer resources but radiated abundance. And women will always choose the man who feels high value over the man who only looks high value. Because attraction isn't logical, it's emotional. And her emotions follow the man who seems like he could walk away at any moment. If you think attraction is about what you own instead of how you carry yourself, you'll keep losing to men who have less but feel like more. Shift your frame and you shift the game. She doesn't want the man who looks high value. She wants the man who feels high value. Certainty feels safe, but safety kills attraction. What keeps a woman hooked isn't knowing exactly where she stands. It's the mystery of not being completely sure. Certainty makes her comfortable. Mystery makes her addicted. Think about it. When you text her nonstop, reply instantly, and constantly reassure her, you give her total certainty. She doesn't have to wonder about you. She doesn't have to think about you. And when she stops thinking about you, she stops investing in you. Attraction dies in predictability. Now flip the script. When you leave a little uncertainty, when your interest isn't on display 24/7, her brain lights up. Does he really like me? Why didn't he text back yet? What is he doing right now? That mental loop is the engine of obsession. It keeps you front row in her mind. Let's break it down with an example. Two men get a woman's number at a party. The first sends a long, sweet text the very next morning. "I had the best time talking to you. You're amazing. When can I see you again?" She smiles, but deep down she knows she's already won. There's no tension, no mystery, no chase. The second man waits a few days. Then he sends a simple, confident message. "Coffee, Tuesday at 3. That's it. No rambling, no begging for validation. Just a clear invitation. And while he was silent, she was replaying their conversation, wondering why he hadn't reached out, and investing more in the idea of seeing him again. Here's why it works. Human beings are wired to crave intermittent rewards. Casinos make billions on this principle. If a slot machine paid out every spin, no one would play. But because the wins are unpredictable, players keep chasing. Attraction works the same way. predictable attention loses value. Unpredictable attention creates obsession. Before you hit send on that instant reply, ask yourself, am I giving her certainty, or am I keeping just enough mystery to hold her attention? Comfort makes her relax. Uncertainty makes her chase. Here's where most men burn themselves out without even realizing it. Your attention and your compliments are like money. The more freely you spend them, the faster they lose their value. This is the nice guy trap. He meets a woman and instantly floods her with praise. He tells her she's gorgeous every 5 minutes. He agrees with everything she says. He showers her with affection, trying to prove he's different from other men. For a short time, she enjoys it, but very quickly, it becomes predictable. She doesn't have to earn it. And once it feels free, it feels worthless. That's the brutal mistake. Most men blow their entire emotional budget in the first week. They dump all their validation, affection, and attention up front. And then they wonder why she drifts away. The truth is, she doesn't have to wonder how he feels. He's already spelled it out in neon lights. And once the mystery dies, so does the attraction. Now, compare that to the man who gives validation sparingly, and only when it's earned. His words land with weight because they aren't automatic. They mean something. I once knew a guy who dated a model, stunning, used to men worshiping her every day. But instead of parroting what she'd heard 1,000 times, he only praised her when she surprised him. Maybe when she made him laugh with a clever joke, or when she showed depth in conversation. And here's another way to picture it. Think about Instagram likes. A woman gets 100 likes on a selfie, and she barely notices. But if one specific person she admires leaves a single thoughtful comment, that one interaction stands out more than all the likes combined. Scarcity creates value. The same is true with your validation. This is why predictability is poison. The moment she knows exactly what you'll say, exactly when you'll text, and exactly how you'll react, you stop being exciting. You become background noise, and boredom is the fastest way to kill attraction. Audit your last few conversations. Were your compliments automatic, or were they earned? If they were automatic, you've already made yourself replaceable. Validation only matters when she has to earn it. Give it away for free, and you bankrupt her desire. Once you understand why predictability kills attraction, another piece of the puzzle comes into focus. Women test men all the time. And no, these tests aren't about intelligence, strength, or even money. They're about one thing: your level of interest. She wants to know, are you the man with options, or are you the man who will bend over backwards to keep her? The sad truth is most men fail without even realizing it. She pulls back emotionally. They chase harder. She mentions another guy. They get jealous. She acts cold. They scramble to fix her mood. And every time, they send the same silent message. You're above me. I need you more than you need me. Once she feels that imbalance, attraction starts bleeding out. Let's break it down. The comparison test. She casually mentions another man, maybe even her ex. The low-value guy gets insecure, sulks, or argues. The high-value guy shrugs, maybe even agrees lightly, because he knows her words don't shake his frame. The availability test. She sets plans, then cancels at the last minute. The desperate guy begs to reschedule. The confident man says, "No problem," and fills his night with something better. The attitude test. She gets moody or cold. The needy guy tries to cheer her up or asks, "What's wrong?" The man with options simply mirrors her energy and stays calm, letting her adjust back to him. Here's the point. These aren't calculated manipulations. Women don't sit in front of a mirror scheming ways to mess with you. These are subconscious instinct tests. Nature is scanning to see if you break under pressure. If you crumble, she reads weakness. If you hold steady, she feels your strength. And here's the harsh biological reality. When she decides a man's value is below hers, her body literally rejects him. Desire shuts down. She feels irritable. She starts thinking, something's just off. That's why so many relationships fall into a cold, sexless rut. Love didn't vanish. Attraction died the moment he surrendered his frame. The next time you feel a test moment, pause and breathe. Ask yourself, am I proving neediness or am I proving strength? Your reaction will decide if she leans in or checks out. She's not testing your strength, she's testing your neediness. Most of the time, women communicate in hints. Instead of saying, "Give me your jacket," she'll say, "I'm cold." Instead of, "Let's get food," she'll murmur, "I'm hungry." This is what psychologists call covert communication, indirect signals that keep her safe from rejection. But when she feels she might actually lose you, everything shifts. Suddenly, the covert becomes overt. She starts texting, "I miss you." She calls just to hear your voice. She becomes openly affectionate in ways she never was before. That's not a coincidence. It's survival instinct. Her brain is screaming, "This man might be higher value than I thought. Secure him before someone else does." I've seen it countless times. A woman who was casual and playful flips into full-on pursuit mode. Faster replies, more affection, more effort. Why? Because hypergamy, the ancient instinct to secure the best possible mate, hates uncertainty. The thought of losing a man she perceives as high value activates her drive to invest. But here's the trap. Most men ruin this stage. They think, "Finally, she's all in. Now I can relax. Now I can give her everything." And so they smother her with attention. They overinvest again. And the very tension that pulled her in collapses. Attraction crashes, and the cycle repeats. The smart man doesn't make that mistake. He understands that her sudden affection isn't permission to throw away his frame. It's confirmation that his frame is working. The right move? Match her energy. But don't overextend. Lead, don't cling. Hold steady, and let her meet you where you are. And this explains why so much self-improvement advice falls flat. Yes, fitness, fashion, and finances help. But even millionaires get dumped when they act beneath a woman's frame. I've seen wealthy CEOs left for broke musicians, not because of status, but because attraction is psychological, not material. The next time she leans in harder, don't overcorrect. Remember, her effort is proof your frame is working. Keep it steady, and she'll keep chasing. When she fears losing you, she'll show her cards. Don't fold yours to match hers. Here's one of the hardest truths for men to accept. Women often walk away from the man who treats them best and stay hooked on the man who treats them worse. On the surface, it feels insane. But when you understand female psychology, it makes perfect sense. A man who risks losing her by not catering to her every demand signals abundance. He communicates, "I have options. I don't need your approval to feel valuable." That quiet confidence screams high value. The nice guy, on the other hand, bends over backwards, smothers her with reassurance, and tries to prove himself at every turn. And without realizing it, he's whispering, "You're above me. I'm lucky you even notice me." That imbalance is the death of attraction. Here's the paradox. The man who plans endless dates, texts her nonstop, and gives her, the world thinks he's proving love. But her instincts don't translate it as love. They translate it as weakness. The more he gives without her earning it, the less she wants it. Meanwhile, the man who sets boundaries, who can say no, who doesn't collapse when she pulls back, that man feels magnetic. He challenges her. He excites her. He makes her chase. Picture this. Jake, the perfect gentleman, books 3 expensive dates in 2 weeks, compliments her endlessly, and never lets her wonder how he feels. She appreciates it, and then drifts. Reed, on the other hand, sets plans less often, teases instead of worships, and doesn't chase when she goes quiet. She finds herself thinking about him all day, waiting for his next move. Same woman, 2 men, 2 outcomes. Here's the painful truth. If you treat her too well without balance, she will leave. It doesn't matter how many trips you plan, how many gifts you buy, or how much love you pour in. The second she feels certain she has you, her instincts whisper, game over. No more challenge. And when the challenge dies, so does attraction. The next time you feel the urge to prove yourself with more effort, pause, ask, am I showing love or am I signaling weakness? One builds attraction, the other destroys it. She doesn't crave ease, she craves edge. So what separates the man she forgets from the man she can't stop chasing? It's not money, muscles, or looks. It's abundance. And abundance doesn't mean juggling 10 women at once. It's a mindset. It's living like your life is already full, with or without her. When a man operates from scarcity, every move comes from fear. He double texts because he's afraid she'll lose interest. He agrees to everything because he's afraid she'll leave. He overinvests because he believes she's his only shot. That fear bleeds through every word, every action, every choice. And women pick up on it instantly. But when a man lives in abundance, the energy shifts. He doesn't chase. He doesn't beg. He doesn't rearrange his life around her schedule. He treats her well because he chooses to, not because he's terrified she'll walk away. That subtle difference changes everything. She feels it. She senses he could leave at any moment. And that possibility is what makes her lean in. And here's the key. You don't need millions in the bank or a flashy lifestyle to radiate abundance. Sometimes, it's as simple as taking hours to reply instead of seconds. Not because you're playing games, but because your life is already full. It's saying, no, that time doesn't work for me. How about Thursday? It's making decisions with clarity instead of constantly asking what she wants. Each micro-choice signals, I have options. I'm not desperate. I'm high value. This is also why masculine leadership is irresistible. Women are wired to be drawn to men who can lead with calm confidence, not a tyrant, not a control freak, just a man who knows where he's going. Instead of, what do you feel like doing tonight? You say, we're checking out that new spot downtown. That decisiveness lets her relax. It makes her feel safe, and it keeps her craving more. Before you respond, ask yourself, am I acting from fear or from fullness? The answer will tell you if she'll pull closer or drift away. Scarcity makes you chase her. Abundance makes her chase you. If your reality is strong, you don't chase women. You attract challenge. She's not addicted to your love. She's addicted to the uncertainty behind it. Here's the last truth you need to understand. In every relationship, the person who invests more emotional energy ends up with less power. It's not about money. It's not about who says, I love you first. It's about who pours more in without getting the same in return. And once one person consistently gives more than they receive, respect starts to erode. When respect goes, attraction soon follows. That doesn't mean you should never invest. Love does require effort. But the timing matters. The men who keep attraction alive are the ones who let her invest first and then meet her there. Not the ones who drown her in attention on day one, hoping she'll return it later. If she isn't reaching out, if she isn't putting in effort, and you're still overgiving, you've already lost the game. This is where frame control becomes everything. Your frame is your reality. your perspective, your values, your direction. Women are constantly testing whether you'll abandon that reality just to please them. Weak men bend instantly. They argue, they defend, they chase approval. Strong men hold steady. They don't need to fight, beg, or flinch. They stay grounded, and she feels their strength. And here's the paradox that destroys most men. Love and attraction are not the same. Love is built on care, safety, and commitment. Attraction is built on tension, mystery, and challenge. Most men pour all their energy into love. They provide, they commit, they sacrifice, but they forget the fuel of attraction. Without it, she may stay out of loyalty, but she won't crave you. The men who win long-term are the ones who master both. They provide love through loyalty and care, but they keep attraction alive through strength, mystery, and frame. They give comfort without collapsing tension. They commit without becoming desperate. They balance warmth with edge. That balance makes her feel both safe in your arms and excited in your presence. Remember what we said at the start. Women don't get addicted to men who love them the most. They get addicted to men who feel emotionally unavailable, because that tension lights up their instincts. Hold your frame, and she'll fight to keep you. Lose it, and you'll replay the same heartbreak again and again. She'll love you for your care, but she'll crave you for your strength.